Nemo's getting okay. That is going directly into your tent, dude. Like right into your tent. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Stuff and Things. Ashley and I are currently down in the Ozark National Forest at an event known as Rendezvous in the Ozarks. I mentioned this in some previous videos about everything that we're doing down here, and so far this has been the first road trip in the new Tacoma build. Sitting on a tailgate.
Weird.
Pickup trucks.
Something women like about a pickup man or something like that?
Something women like about a pickup man. So the trip down here yesterday, I started filming a video and I realized about halfway through that we went through eastern Colorado, all the way, like halfway through actually, Kansas, turned, went down through Oklahoma, and then came all the way across to the Ozarks, and there's a whole lot of nothing in between.
There were moots.
There were moots, lots of moots. Lots of moo cows. So instead of boring you guys with like everything that I filmed yesterday, here's a brief synopsis of how we started in Denver and got down to Arkansas.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning. What you got there?
Hellos.
It is too early for this. So now we are here. We just spent the night right here in the truck. There are some new upgrades that you may see right behind us here that you did not see in the last video, and there is so much to do with this truck, and there's so much content that I want to bring you guys, different gear and setups and things that I'm going to be doing with the truck. So you will see a lot more on this build eventually. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about was our sleeping situation for last night. So right behind me here, we have the iCamper SkyCamp Mini, and we didn't use it. We got in here at about 8 o'clock. By the time we went to bed, it was about 9:30, and I didn't want to set the tent up for the first time in the dark because I want to bring you guys a video on that. I've personally never even slept in a rooftop tent before. I'm either in ground tents or hammock camping, so I want to bring you guys a full dedicated video on that once I get around to setting it up. In a previous video though of my Diamondback HD cover, I did mention that I probably wasn't going to have a rooftop tent, and I thought maybe I'll figure out a way to sleep in it. So,
Figured it out.
we have a whole sleeping setup here. Ashley and I spent the night in here last night. We slept like almost 10 hours. We went to bed early and we didn't even get up until like 9 o'clock this morning. I'm gonna give you guys like a quick walk around of the setup. It's very bare bones and minimum, but it got the job done. So, do you want to give them a cribs tour of our sleeping situation under the Diamondback? So Diamondback HD cover on an Axis cab Tacoma, 6-foot bed, which actually made it perfect for sleeping. I could sleep completely straight out, and
Me too.
I was surprisingly pretty comfortable. So on the way down here, we had a bunch of gear in the back here, which we now have in the cab of the truck, just like camera bags, duffel bags, and things like that.
All my stuff.
All of Ashley's stuff. Packing too much? Yup.
No.
So for the bed, we cleared everything out. I put down just like an inch memory foam topper, which you could probably get away with like 2 or even 3 inches to be a little bit more comfortable. But we have a ton of pillows, 2 sleeping bags, 2 blankets, and we kind of just laid out in here last night at around 9:30, 10 o'clock.
And this is our door.
And this was the door. So I'm going to be installing this Warren VR Evo 10S winch on the truck while I'm down here, because we're of course doing bumpers and stuff with these guys right here. Backwoods Adventure Mod, I'm at their booth again. So we put this on the tailgate, that way no one would close it on us. And then I use this sleeping mat, which I typically use for hammock camping. I think it's a Thermarest. We just blew it up and kind of stuck it down like that.
Wow.
I also put my shoes here and kind of wedged them into the tailgate, that way no one would accidentally close it for some reason. This did a good job of keeping the breeze out, because it got down to probably like mid to high 30s last night.
For sure.
It was a little chilly. Also kept some of the condensation out. It's been raining here for the past 2 days, so that was definitely nice. I just kind of like tucked this kind of back inside on an angle like that, tucked this lip underneath the Diamondback cover, and kept the cool out, kept the water condensation out, kept the light out in the morning too.
Yeah, it was dark.
I could have kept sleeping. Ashley definitely could have kept sleeping too. So super simple setup. It got the job done. It honestly wasn't even that uncomfortable. If you wake up in the middle of the night, you might smack your face on the top of the cover.
That was the hardest part. I'm a roller when I sleep.
Yeah, I am too. And I mean, there's enough space for us to roll around in there. We also have the Diamondback lights in here on both the cab side and the tailgate side, so we had plenty of lighting. And here's actually a clip of what we did last night in the setup.
Feet first.
Yep.
I'm coming in.
Come on in. Put your feet over this way.
Huh? Feet in this way?
Yep.
I mean, is this a test to see how good I can limbo? Cause.
Kinda.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
I think it's gonna be nice in here.
I can pull on this?
No, these.
What, these?
Yeah. Do you need me to pull you in?
No. I got it.
You're making this look way harder than it is. Here,
Okay.
let's turn some lights on over here too. Ah, feet light. Use this as a little blocker.
Yeah. Look at that door. Perfect.
Not too shabby.
Uh-oh. Wait.
What?
My hair got stuck. We're good.
All right, this is totally unnecessary to do because of the way I currently have the truck set up. I have a tent right above us. But in the previous video when I talked about the Diamondback cover, I said maybe I'll sleep in it, and a lot of people were like, yeah, do it. So
here we are.
taking one for the team. Honestly, this is not that bad.
It's really not terrible.
I'll see how we sleep.
I was gonna say, I'll let you know in the morning.
Like, we're close to this, the accessory rail, and we hung the little strap up here, but I don't know, 6-foot bed on a Tacoma?
That's not terrible.
It's kind of nice. And then these lights will turn off after 5 minutes. So then
Snooze o'clock.
that'll be bedtime. So that was our sleeping situation. Again, I could have slept in the iCamper, and I plan on doing that, but I said in the previous video of the Diamondback cover review, I said, hey, maybe I'll sleep in there, and a lot of you guys asked about it, so that is how we did it. Probably not really like recommended by Diamondback. I don't know, like I'm not speaking for them, but it worked. If you don't have a tent on here, it would probably be even safer because you could close up the tailgate and leave these things unlocked, and from the back panel you can unlock it from the inside. I wouldn't do it around people you don't like because they could like lock you in and stand on top of the cover, but whatever. And now for the rest of the time down here, we might walk around the show a little bit. This is the last day. They have a raffle this evening, and tomorrow we're gonna camp tonight, wake up early, and then hit some trails in the morning. So we're gonna walk around the show a little bit, check out what they have to offer here. We've been to so many expos this year. Everything just kind of like blends together. But then also I'll do a little walk around of the inside cab of the truck to show you guys what I have set up for our very first road trip. Alright guys, we're back from doing our rounds. This expo is obviously much smaller than Overland Expo, Mountain West, East, and all of that, but it's nice. Exhibitor area is a lot smaller. The camping area is still pretty big, and it's like a giant mud pit because it's been raining here for the past 2 days. I did just post the build video of the Tacoma yesterday, and I've been getting some questions, so I'm going to do a quick walk around to show some of the other gear that I threw into the truck for this first road trip. And again, you can expect some reviews of a lot of the stuff that I'm going to mention here in the future. First up, look at that beanie.
Look at it.
SciProductions.com.
Pom-pom.
That's gonna be nice tonight, but I might steal it back from you because it's gonna be cold again. So, coming into the cab, pardon the mess because we got stuff all over the place. Right here behind all of Ashley's stuff, I have a Dometic CFX 35. Got some water and some energy drinks in there. Not traveling with any food right now because there's a cafe nearby, but plenty of room, and it's the smaller one of the CFXs. This thing is definitely going to come in handy in the future. I may even alter the back a little bit, maybe do like a seat delete or build a platform of my own. That way I can run the fridge right up against the door. So that thing is almost a must-have when you are camping out of a truck. And then coming around to the driver's side of the truck, the CFX is being powered by the Dometic PLB 40. I plugged this thing in almost 2 days ago now, and it's been running the fridge the whole time. We're at 32% power, charged phones and Apple Watches and stuff like that last night, so this thing has been doing pretty good. I did not have it plugged in for the drive down here, so this is its full capacity from 100% down to 32, just powering the cooler and the phones and stuff for about 2 days. I did, however, just wire it up with the connector up here, and I got that thing connected into the cigarette lighter. So when we start driving the truck, it will charge the battery and it will keep this thing running at the same time too. I'm pretty sure that will last until tomorrow morning. Right here I have a Step 22 Stingray Mini flat box. I've been using a lot of Step 22 bags recently, so in this one I just have a bunch of cords for all the Dometic products, some phone chargers and stuff like that. And if you're not using this, it will fold completely flat and you could slide it under your seat. Step 22 also makes the tool roll that I travel around with in my van, and I'm probably going to do a video setting up a new tool roll just for the truck, which I will leave in here full time. Camera stuff, drone, tripod, and everything else back here as well. Now moving up to the front seat here, Garmin Overlander. I had some experience using this on the way down. It has been great so far. I don't think I'm ready to do a full review of it yet, but super nice that it's magnetic. You can get driving directions, or the explore function lets you see sort of the lay of the land, different trails, rivers, and it'll all work offline, which is super nice. And then one other thing that I just added right now while we were sitting here at the show is the throttle grenade coming from Black Ops Off-Roads. This is a company out of Australia. They hit me up on Instagram and they were like, hey, we see your Tacoma build, would you like to try this out? And I was like, sure. So I went ahead and wired it all together, and I can show you guys this in a future video too, but I simply unplug the connector that's going into the throttle. I cleaned up the wiring and brought it up and mounted it right here on the front of my dash. So this will allow me to control, it's almost like the pedal controller that you may have seen me install in the van. It has a rock crawling mode, a grenade launcher mode, which is like super explosive and it makes the throttle really touchy. So literally just put this in, and once we head out of here and actually get onto some trails tomorrow, I'm gonna check that thing out and see how it does. So that's it for a quick overview of some of the gear that I have in the truck, and instead of sort of roughing it in the Diamondback and sleeping in there tonight, even though I don't really think that was roughing it, we're gonna open up the brand new iCamper Skycamp Mini, and we're gonna set up shop right here for tonight. That way we can wake up early in the morning, head out, hit some trails, and then we're gonna be heading to Backwoods HQ in Springdale, Arkansas. Check out how easy this thing is to set up. So that's pretty much it. I had to go in there. It took me longer than a minute because I had to find all the accessories, the poles to put everything up. But that is another thing that you guys will see me using here a bunch in the future. And can expect a full video on the Skycamp Mini on the channel pretty soon, probably.
She's like, I'm being
You're
choked.
choking,
I'm being
bro.
choked. Help me.
Well, he can
Help me. Throw something on it so it gets bigger.
Let's see.
Look at all the colors. Gonna get demonetized because of you.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Making sexual.
I didn't even say
innuendos.
it. I didn't even say it.
It was Ariel. Yeah. So that's it for the rendezvous, but we're still camping here tonight. Everyone's here. We got our rigs set up in a circle. Nemo's getting That is going directly into your tent, dude. Like right into your tent.
The mood is set.
It won't be the first time.
So we're camping here tonight. We're gonna hang out by the fire, have some drinks, and then tomorrow morning we're going to hit some trails. I've never driven anything off-road in Arkansas, so I'm curious to see what that's gonna be like. We do get to sleep in the rooftop tent tonight for the first time, which should be pretty good.
I wanted to sleep in the bed of the truck.
It wasn't that bad. Everyone in the comment section already commented, you guys are idiots for sleeping in there. No, it wasn't that bad.
It really wasn't terrible, honestly.
So we'll give you guys a rundown of the iCamper before we go to bed, and then we'll wake up and do the whole thing again tomorrow.
Yay.
What's up, buddy? It's a little cold out here.
Where are your shoes, buddy?
They're sitting on the Diamondback. Give me your Crocs, I'll put them out on the Diamondback. Zip it up.
Cold.
Everything's wet. Your glasses are like fogging. Alright guys, first night in the iCamper. I dig this a lot.
Mostly because I can learn about geography.
Look at the map. It's so nice.
Zimbabwe. In case you guys were wondering.
Not even close. Yeah, so today was super fun. My camera is wet right now, which is why I'm recording on my cell phone. This whole trip so far has been super fun. I'm glad we're able to break in the truck for the first time, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm just gonna end it right here. You can see how our night was in the Skycamp Mini in the next video. We'll fill you guys in. If you're new here, consider clicking subscribe and make new videos every week. As always, thanks for watching. Talk to you in the next one.